Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a get ready with me, and I'm gonna be getting ready, applying some makeup. So let's get it. I'm gonna be talking about when I got rejected from my dream position in the student council. Before I start, I just want to say that, first of all, I don't know how to do makeup, so if you're thinking you're into a tutorial, then you're not. I'm just doing it for fun. Second of all, I've been a member of student council and I like what I did, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I don't blame the system, and I don't blame the school. So there's no blame going on, okay? So let's just get started. So this started in the beginning of the year. So for our school, when you come through the student council, if you're in year 12, if you're in grade 12, then you can practically stay in student council until you're in year 13, and then you can leave. So when I was in year 12, I kind of tried it out. I got deputy chairperson and I really enjoyed the job. So when we came back in August 2019, I said, okay, I think I want to do this. I want to be chairperson because I just want to do it. I believe I can do it. I also wanted to help other people, mentor other people, yada yada yada. I stood up on like the first or the second meeting, and since we're doing elections, I was doing who's event leader, so I was tallying the votes, and then when it gets chairperson, I gave it to someone else so I could go outside and people could vote. So when it got to chairperson, I said that I wanted to take chairperson. People on another table were discussing, and then out of the blue, like, someone came up. So we're gonna call this person Lightbulb. Someone came up like, Lightbulb wants to do it. And then Lightbulb looks at me and she's like, oh no. And then I was like, me being a kind person, I can't tell someone to not join. I was like, yeah, sure, if you wanna do it and you believe you can do the job, then come through, let's vote. I was so confident. Because these people, I've been with them the previous year. We've done a lot of things. People were coming up to me saying, oh, you're gonna be chairperson, like, wow, congrats, you're gonna be chairperson. And I was like, okay, like, Lisa, you can do this. Psych! It gets to the point where we have to go outside and vote, and so the people can vote. And I was nervous instantly. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get this, because she's been here longer than me, she's been in the school longer than me, she kind of knows everything better. I was just worried. Just everything was, just all the signs were showing me that, girl, just go sit down. So I was nervous, yeah. And we went in, and the patron was like,
okay, well, so you guys chose your next chairperson,
and like literally her name was like over there, and they just rubbed the votes, but her name was over there. And I was like, okay, Lisa, just do the job. Like, you don't have to have a title to do the job, just do the job. Fast forward to February. Lightbulb stepped down, so we had to get another chairperson. So the chairperson position was open. So I was like, God, you don't have to tell me twice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you. Like, I hear you. So I go for it. Now we're in the meeting again. I'm asking who else wants to be chair. I should really have stopped asking that. But I was like, who else wants to be chair? And then people were like, oh, we don't know, who. And then out of the blue, this girl's like, I'll do it. And I was like, come on, again? We're gonna do this again? And this was another person, but it was just like, that day it was repeating itself. And I was like, oh, come on. Like, I really just, And then, so I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just do that. So, I said, okay, fine, let's go outside. And guess what? She won. She won it. And I was just so heartbroken. At that time, I was down. And I think that's why it's very important to have like other people there for you even when you're down. And I was like, does this mean that people really don't think I can do the job? Like, does this really mean that? Because all this time I've been thinking that people kind of look at me like a leader, but I guess that's not the issue. So obviously I was pressed, and I was telling my friend, shout out to Charlotte, I was telling Charlotte, I'm pressed, like people really don't feel like I can do this. And I had a mental breakdown. Like, I remember that day I was going, after that thing, it was lunch, so I was going on lunch, and then people were like, my friends were like, yo, are you okay? Because that's a pretty big like thing that just happened. And then I was like, I think I'm fine. Wait, no, I'm not fine. I don't think, can we just go to the washroom? I think I'm gonna. And literally, I just cried. I was hurt. Why did this happen to me? I was so hurt. But later that evening, Charlotte was like, okay, you know what? Let's worship. Let's worship him, and let's pray for you to get strength, for you to be acceptive of the situation. And so we prayed. And let me tell you, that was powerful. The thing that I felt that day, it was powerful. We did not care if anyone was entering the room. We did not care if people were just in the hall, but we were praising God. More of the story, is that people don't even, when God doesn't give you something, first of all, assess why he didn't give it to you. Were you really praying for it so you could do it for God's glory? Or were you just praying for it for yourself? I know for sure my purpose wasn't aligned with that position. I wasn't praying for it because like, praising God was one of my priorities, but for that job, it wasn't. Praising God wasn't one of my priorities. It was something else. So when God didn't give me that job a few days later, I knew that my priorities weren't straight. And then second of all, even though he doesn't want to give it to you right now, it doesn't mean he won't give it to you later. It doesn't mean he doesn't have anything good planned for you, because God has everything good planned for you. You just have to do everything to glorify him. Glorify the Lord. And he has things planned. I promise you, he does. Anyway, I'm just gonna fast forward this, or this is probably gonna bleed into another video, but I'm just gonna fast forward this and get this makeup done.
Christian girl, I'm a Christian girl. I ain't gotta feel lonely, I got God with me. Father, Son, Spirit, yeah, they moving through me. He made me whole, He gave me grace. These Bible verses give me life, I'ma preach them every day. All on the internet.